Dave, aka Dukewheatly, here at GrabGreatTraffic.com, with another video that may help you with any problems you're having with GIMP. In particular, if you'll notice here, we've got an image window that is behind the toolbar docks. If you're working on a particularly wide image, this could become a problem. Also, GIMP has a tendency to open up with pick a layer or guide instead of move the active layer radio button activated when you're using the move tool. We're going to fix those in preferences, and quite often when you've been using GIMP and it changes on you, you've either hit the wrong default or maybe it just simply installed that way. And so we're going to show you how to fix GIMP up more to your liking. So let's go into Edit and Preferences, open up Preferences, and the first one is Environment. This has to do with how much memory you're allocating to GIMP. Of course, the more you allocate to GIMP, the faster it runs, but then you have to weigh this against how much RAM you actually have. I've got about 6 gigs, so this shouldn't be a problem. Size of thumbnails, we keep normal. File size 4 megs. And saving images, we want to probably check this box to confirm closing of unsaved images. And we'll keep a record of used files in the recent documents. So we hit OK on that. Then we want interface, medium, and medium for the preview size. And here's where we can also configure keyboard shortcuts. I'm a keyboard shortcut fanatic. You could also reset all your shortcuts to default, which you don't want to do, or remove all keyboard shortcuts. So we're going to configure these, and we're going to open up this dialog box, go down to Dialogs and open that up. And when we do that, now we should be able to bring up our preferences, and here they are, preferences. Now when you hit this, whatever you're going to change, it'll now change to new accelerator. So with this activated, now let's type in our control key, and the control key for preferences generally is Control K. So we hit Control K, and now after hitting those buttons, it now shows up, and we want to close. Now when we open up our edit menu, we'll be able to see the Control K key, which we could have used, and thus saving us going up to the edit menu. Let's go down to theme. Unless you want to use small, or you have a particular theme you want to use, just leave that at the default. Help system, you can use the online version or download it and install it however you want to do it. You might, in my transcript of this, I also have a link for Groking the GIMP, which is a compendium on how to run the GIMP. You might want to go there and download that. That's a handy reference to have on your desktop. Tool options. When we get to tool options, we will need this move tool option, which is what we're going to go over and reset. I've already set mine up, but I'm going to show you how to set it up. I have a little video also that covers this, but we're going to cover it in the preferences also. Save tool options, we're going to use that. So let's go over to, when GIMP opens up out of the box, generally it will open up with pick a layer or guide for your move tool, and you would like move the active layer. At least that's more convenient for me. That way I don't move the background. So let's activate that radio button. Let's go up here to this little left arrow, Tool Options menu, Save Options to, and then we'll hit New Entry. I've already done this and installed the one for Move Tool, but you won't have Move Tool showing, so you go to New Entry. This dialog box comes up, and then type in Move Tool and hit OK. After you've done that, now you would go back into your tool options and save tool options now. You click that button. This here doesn't really seem to make any difference whatever you have it at, whether it's checked or unchecked. If you've done these other things, it will open up the way you want it. So I leave it checked, but it really doesn't seem to make any difference. Grid snapping is at 8. You can change that if you want. For scaling your images, you want either cubic or sync. Cubic is the one I use, but you could also use sync. This will give you fairly good quality when you scale an image. Paint options, I just generally check all those. Go into Toolbox, and I'd like to show the foreground, background color, active brush, active image I don't necessarily use, so I leave it that way. Default image is nice if you're doing a lot of, say, leaderboards for a movie that the videos are going to be 640 by 480, or any other headers or something that you're working on. You can set this number, and then GIMP will open up its default window at this size, so that's kind of handy. Resolution, I'll leave it to default. RGB color's fine, background color, and the comments is okay. Default grid, if you want to change that. Line style solid, I'd leave that at the same as it is. Image windows, fit to window, marching ant speed. When you select something, 200 is fine. I just leave all these in the appearance, title status. Just leave all these at default. Display, color management, unless you have a preference, just leave those at the default. Input devices, this is concerned with your mouse wheel and all that. Just leave that just the way it is. Now, window management is where you're going to change your image window if it turns up going behind your tool docks. So let's get back out and see that our image window is in fact behind our toolboxes. So we should be able to hit our preferences, go into window management, and if your image window is behind, generally utility window or keep above for your tool docks is going to be activated, and you want normal window. And you also want it for your other docks as normal window. This will put your image window in front. You can pick activate the focused image, save window positions on exit, and we'll save window positions now. The only other thing left is folders, and this is where you can trace down where GIMP is storing your images. And that pretty well concludes the preferences video. GIMP will give us a little dialogue because we've changed the image window up, so we're going to need to restart that. Let's hit that OK. Let's go ahead, restart GIMP. And now when we move our image window, it's now ahead of our tool dock, so that's what we were after. So hope you enjoyed this video, and look forward to seeing you in some more. Thanks a lot.